Investors, we're finishing off another earnings season. This means that companies have been reporting how their business is doing, they're giving a forecast of how the company might perform in the next year, and these are important updates the business will give out to make sure the company is still putting out a good business model and any other important information that investors should know. Here on this channel, we're trying to invest in some great dividend companies. We want to make sure these dividend payments are going to continue coming our way for years to come with no interruption. So I got 3 fantastic stocks for you that just announced earnings. We're going to take a look at what they announced, so make sure you're subscribed and make sure you've hit that like button. Stock number 1, chasing regulation, JP Morgan Chase. We all know what the big bank JP Morgan Chase does, but they didn't exactly wow us in their most recent earnings. They had to build reserves for bad loans of $428 million. This means the company was giving out loans to people that could not pay them back, and they are now expected to lose $500 million for it. Additionally, the bank is also suspending share buybacks. This is because the bank wants to build more capital, as banks are highly regulated by the government. Remember, Chase wasn't allowed to raise their dividend last month because the government has very stringent capital requirements. Chase missed on both earnings and revenues, but they still brought in $31.6 billion this past quarter. Chase is still the largest bank in the US by assets, and when the Fed raises interest rates like they've been doing, this means the bank's lending segment can have higher margins. And even though Chase wasn't allowed to raise their dividend, they still have a very juicy 3.5% starting yield. They're down 29% year to date, and this might be the ideal time to swoop in while the shares are cheap. When we look at the latest analyst shift after earnings, we can see almost every analyst lowered their price target. Generally not a good sign, but all of the price targets are still well above what it is trading at today, with the $144 price target. That's potentially 27.5% upside. And only one of the 16 analysts think that the company is a sell. I'm still sitting pretty with 20.47 shares of JP Morgan Chase, and they are actually my largest dividend payer in qualified dividends, bringing in $82 a year. Let's see if I can get that to $100 by the end of the year. Stock number 2, always hot, United Health Group. JP Morgan Chase may have had a rough quarter, but UNH, United Health Group Incorporated, they always seem to blow expectations out of the water. The healthcare giant not only beat analyst expectations, but they also raised their outlook for the full year. They brought in $80 billion this past quarter. That's up 13% year over year. They cited the gain on lower pandemic-related costs and the return of non-urgent medical procedures. UNH makes the bulk of their money when their customers pay monthly premiums. So customers are slowly paying an arm and a leg over time rather than paying that arm and leg all at once. Healthcare insurance is really expensive, but it's a mandatory expense to live a healthy life. UNH raised its earnings outlook from 21.4 cents a share to 21.9 cents a share. The company's Optum Health segment has seen revenue grow over $4 billion. Optum is delivering care aided by technology and data. The company expects to add 800,000 more people to Medicare Advantage this year, and 80,000 people were added to domestic commercial plans this past quarter. This is just more monthly premiums for this company. Last month, they increased their dividend by 14% and are deploying more than $7 billion to enhance their delivery capacities, as well as experiences in their health system. This is on top of $8 billion in dividends and share repurchases that they have been rewarding shareholders with. It's no surprise that almost all analysts believe UNH is a buy, offering nearly 8% upside from today's prices. When a company is giving double-digit dividend increases, smashing earnings expectations, and raising their outlook, those are all green flags for me. I currently own 7.22 shares of UNH. Yeah, the one thing missing from UNH's earnings was that they should have announced their long overdue stock split. The company is paying me nearly $50 every single year. hey, the more shares I buy, the bigger those dividend increases will impact my bottom line. Stock number 3. Tasty. Hershey's. Now, if you wanted to test your full money's worth of UNH insurance, just eat a lot of this next company, and that is Hershey's. You know Hershey's, the big candy and chocolate manufacturer. Under this brand is Reese's, Skinny Popcorn, Twizzlers, Mr. Good Bars, Payday, Kit Kat, Almond Joy, Icebreakers, Jolly Ranchers, and of course, the world famous Hershey's chocolate bar. Now, you might not think there's a lot of money to be made in confections, but it's always someone's birthday, Valentine's Day, anniversary, wedding, gift-giving occasions, and of course, just recreationally eating Hershey's products year-round. Hershey's brought in $9 billion last year, and they continue to increase their top-line revenues year after year. This has actually allowed Hershey's to be up 18% for the year, absolutely destroying the market's negative 14% in that same time span. Guys, that's a 32% swing. This company is blowing the S&P 500 out of the water. Consumers will still spend money on desserts despite how high inflation continues to get. Just shows how impressive Hershey's pricing power is. But don't expect Hershey's to not break your children's heart this Halloween. In their latest earnings call, their CEO said the company will not be able to meet full consumer demand because of the Ukraine conflict. It's hurting their production as many of their ingredients come from that area. You know what that means? That means little Billy might only have 7 Hershey's bars this October rather than 8 Hershey's bars. You can't get any spookier than that. But this means Hershey's has more demand for its products than it can provide. That's a really good position to be in. Hershey's raised their guidance. They now expect a higher earnings per share, and they had double-digit sales growth in each of their segments. And they will be able to use this to fuel their ever-increasing dividends. They've raised their dividend for the past 13 years and now have paid uninterrupted dividends since 1930. That's a lot of generations enjoying Hershey's chocolate over the years. Not only are we getting a company that can beat the market, but dividends always make everything a little more sweeter. Now, I've given you 3 money-making bangers. Make sure you've hit that like button, make sure you subscribe so you know exactly when I put out these type of videos to help you on your road to financial freedom. As always, my videos are found in podcast form under the Collect Cash podcast name, and I will buy, stash, and collect cash you later.